This is the 90s. People don't act like that anymore. And that's what's really going on in the world today. Wow. Yeah, close the blinds, loosen your robe, and cozy up to that one. Okay, everybody relax. You can say that again. Whoa. And they were like, podcast? And I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Hey.
Oh, welcome.
Hey now.
Wednesday, November 7th, 2012.
Is that the date? The 7th?
I believe so. That's what I wrote down.
Then it must be the date.
That's got to be it. Welcome again. Here we are trying it one more time. Many more times to come. Day after Election Day.
Woo!
It was an exciting times. We got ourselves not a new president. Same president. Did you take off for that? Did you take off work at all? Leave early? Go vote? What'd you do? Did you do any voting?
I don't vote.
You don't vote?
I think even if there's a really good cause to vote, like, hey, you guys need to get out there, I still probably wouldn't. But no, I did not vote. I was forced to go home.
Forced to leave work early?
Yeah, we were very slow. I guess because the elections, the sales numbers were very low, so they sent customer service home to save some money.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to game as well. That was another big event from yesterday. We'll talk about the Halo situation.
Yeah, I did get to play Halo. Basically, the half day that I was off would have paid for the game, but unfortunately, I had to just rent it.
So no pay. They sent you home.
Oh, yeah. It's not a choice either. Oh, hey, you can go home if you guys want. No, it's like, hey, you're going home, and good luck with your bills type thing.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll touch on the old Halo thing, because that was actually, I had a great day, half day, lots of beers drank and games played. Me and Schwartz got to spend a little time together, and
over the headset,
yes.
At least.
Yes.
So that was yesterday's events. What else has been going on since we've been absent? We got the hurricane up in the east.
Hurricane Sandy
hit. It's some stuff to talk about. This is lifeDOTinternet.
Oh yeah.
So we got to talk about some life stuff. I guess the hurricane's life, Halo's life, President's life.
It's all life. It's just
life stories. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we got election. Election's the big story, so we'll start with the election and what we have to say about that. I don't care too much about any of that nonsense, but I don't think you do either. So this is not going to be a good discussion.
Yeah, we're like the worst advocates to try to like get a good conversation going, because it takes at least a partial interest in your future and the events and things going on that we lack. But
neither of us voted. Did you even think about voting? Did you have any investment in this personally whatsoever?
I would love to say that. Well, no. The answer is no. I would love to say that yes, like, oh, well, no, the presidents both suck, but the other policies, but I don't know what those policies are. So, like, I don't even, complain that other people are talking about their stuff, and, oh, it's election stuff or whatever, because I really don't know what I'm not voting on, but, whatever.
I don't know. I think that each guy has his own positives. But as a whole, neither of them really pertain to anything that I care about enough to vote on their stances. They each have a few good things that I would enjoy and care about, but the rest of it isn't really isn't relevant to me, so I can't.
It might be relevant. We might have fucked ourselves over by just hanging out and not. I don't think so. I'm gonna bank on the fact that it doesn't matter that I played Halo all day yesterday.
Yeah, we can always just blame it on Halo. Whatever happens in the next 4 years is Halo's fault because it kept us at home and not at the booths.
That's not true. No, I would have gladly went home and napped if it was any other day of the week. It wouldn't have mattered to me. But people like to do their Facebooks about their opinions, and they like to take pictures of their I voted stickers, and they like to just fucking fair weather fucking politics fan their opinions, and I'm just glad it's over. So
Obama's the president.
Obama.
Still. 4 more years?
4 more years. I think that's what a presidential term is.
So far.
Again, I don't vote, so I don't really know what.
It's 4 years. You only have 2 possible terms. You can't go more than 8 years. So he's cashed out after this next 4. That's all he gets.
What I kind of find fucked up is like I grew up in the Christian church. It was awful. People are surprisingly judgmental and just you would think they would be, not everyone. I can't speak for everyone, and this was a decade ago, so maybe the fad has changed at church. But Kelly, my one fiance, was describing to me how like everyone at her work voted Republican, and it kind of makes me sick because I remember like being in church and basically every person in a Christian church is pretty much going to vote Republican, which basically is like, do you have real opinions or thoughts, or are you so like afraid you're going to go to hell that if you don't vote Republican, that
Jesus supports the Republicans?
Jesus is a hardcore Republican.
Okay.
So I mean, if you don't vote Republican, then your soul may be compromised, I guess. But it's kind of fucked up because voting Republican means they're voting for a Mormon, and if you've ever heard a Christian's opinion of a Mormon, it's like they almost feel like they're the crazy ones, like they're weird, but all the weird stuff that Christians do is like not weird compared to Mormons. But since the only other option is Mr. Obama, who's a black man who's put this economy in the shitter, that they'll vote for a Mormon. Not to segue here. Do you know what Mormons do or believe in or anything like that?
I've seen a South Park episode.
It's fairly accurate.
It's basically what it is. They got the Book of Mormon Broadway show coming up pretty soon.
I heard about that. That's the dude's. Apparently that sells out every time, and it has for years or whatever.
It's supposed to be a good one. But as far as I know about the Mormons, yeah, they have some crazy beliefs, but the whole point of what you're saying is that
people would rather
the Christians' beliefs are just as crazy.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that their beliefs. I'm saying maybe some of their practices and social aspects are pretty crazy. And yeah, I won't go so far as to say that Christian beliefs are crazy. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I won't.
But you're doing what you're saying that the Christians do, which is say that the Mormons are crazy, but then completely ignore how, from the outside looking into their shit, that they're obviously crazy themselves. Whatever you want to believe is fine. I don't care about any of that. More power to you. I hope you're right. But it's just as insane as any other thing is.
Well, Mormons believe that, and this is like one of the most modern religions. Like I want to say maybe even after 1900. It could be pre-1900, but not far earlier. And basically some dude, I want to say his name's John Smith.
That's the correct name.
Yeah, he put his head in a hat,
right,
and had visions, and then basically now there's this new like branch of Christianity, but it's now okay to have like 10 wives and I don't know, but people basically that Romney, is a.
Is it Romney or is it Paul Ryan?
I thought Romney was a Mormon.
Ryan's also, or
maybe they are. Maybe I
thought the VP was the Mormon dude. Was Paul Ryan was the Mormon? But
maybe before we make all these definite statements, I should check my facts. But
no, we all know that we're very uninformed on the subject. Do you think that they're informed at all, or they're just voting based off their religion?
I believe, just like any other sheep in the mix of any kind of religion, that they're doing what they're told. They're basically their pastor says these are the things going on, and you need to vote this way. And I would be like very interested to get a percentage or a statistic on like, okay, out of these 2,000 people at Church on the Rock, how many people voted for Romney? And I wouldn't be surprised if it was like higher than 95%.
Yeah. Now, do you think, going back to the religion thing about the putting the head in the hat is how John Smith had the visions and whatever, do you think that story is embellished or anything like that over time, or is that how shit went down? Because, like, as far as Christians or Catholics, I'm obviously uninformed on every subject, but they don't know how shit went down. Now, do they believe in Jesus rising from the dead and all that shit, or is it the common... Because I think as far as religion goes, people stick to what they're told, and people say Jesus rose from the dead, all that nonsense. So has that just been misinterpreted over time, similar to the Mormon situation, or is the Mormon that's just how shit went down?
See, and that was what I was saying. I was a little way off on my time, but basically June 27th, 1884 is apparently when this started. So if a religion can be completely changed over 160-year time, then that's ridiculous. Because, I mean, obviously the Christian stuff, that goes back to when people believed in, they killed animals so they didn't go to hell. I mean, they'd sacrifice their livestock so they didn't go to hell. So this is...
Plenty of religions kill people. Just sacrifice humans. They used to take them to the top of pyramids and lop their heads off and let them roll down the side of it. People do some crazy shit. I don't know. As far as the Mormons or the Christians voting on Republican because of their beliefs, didn't most black people just go out and vote for Obama because he was black, like almost all of them?
Well, that, and if they it's probably as simple as that. It's probably as simple as he's black and I'm not going to vote for that white guy. If they were really looking out for themselves, they would say, I'm going to vote for Obama because he's more involved in the middle class than Romney. Romney's more like big rich guys, tax breaks, things like that. But no, I imagine that there is no financial motivation. It's strictly he's a black guy, so let's vote for this black guy.
And all we're doing is posing questions, not really answering any of them.
Because we don't know shit.
I know, but I'm going to try. What about what Obama's done over the last 4 years compared to what he's going to do over the next 4? Do people have time to fix what's going on? Like, does he need the full 8 years, or could he have accomplished things over the first 4 that he's now either waited to do, or how does that work? Because people reelected George Bush after he fucked up for 4 years, and now Obama fucked up for 4 years and he got reelected. So what is does everyone just believe in a second chance, or how does this work?
Well, the popular vote says that Romney won, but the electoral votes say... I mean, so the country is divided. No one's saying anything. Basically, Obama... No one could have come in after that 8-year term of Bush and done anything much different than what Obama did.
Right.
I'm not pro anyone. I wouldn't have voted for either, but, I mean, no one could have come in and really fixed what's going on. Now, 4 more years, maybe... I don't know. I would say that I won't really see an effect. We may not see it till we're fucking 70 and we don't have any retirement, because I don't know. I don't know enough about the issues to really. I
don't think a lot of stuff really affects you and I personally.
Not yet,
because of we're just some kids in the middle of the country doing some stuff. I mean, that's the uninformed me talking. Still. But what issues would we even care about? I mean, I've just gone on blissfully ignorant, living my life the way that I do, and I've never had money, so not having money now doesn't seem to be any different. As much as the economy's in the shitter, or whatever you want to call it, I've seen no change personally. But could things be better to where I'm at right now? I mean, there's serious issues like people not having jobs, but half the people I know have 2 jobs.
Well,
so
because they don't get paid enough to fucking
right.
Wages don't pay shit that they're forced to. No, I don't think anything's going to be much better in 4 years. You can hope for the best. I don't think it would have been better with Romney in there, so...
The stances that I've heard is stuff like, well, why vote for the guy that you know his shit hasn't worked so far? At least try for the guy that hasn't, that might give us a chance. I guess same thing with George Bush being reelected. Why didn't people, give the first 4 years a look and say things need to change? Let's at least try what this other guy has to say. Now they go for the same shit for another 4 years. Like, how is the majority not realizing that they've been screwed over for so long that they should change the norm? Is it really work like that? Or
yeah, I mean, I think people would like to believe it works like that. I mean, in the event of George Bush, really, the only George W. Bush, the thing that really kept him in was the whole, these colors don't run, 9/11 shit. So if Obama wants to, make some sort of conspiracy attack on the United States to prolong his term, or, to boost his approval rating or something like that, that's one thing. I mean, we won't delve into the fact that 9/11 was a fake United States implemented occurrence. I mean, we won't have to go to that.
Is that a genuine belief?
That's a fact.
It's a fact. That's a real thing that happened. Fuck those planes.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's a whole lot behind all that shit that basically we did it. We killed tens of thousands of people, or thousands. I don't know if my numbers are off there. To prove a war, and that helped our economy there. So if Obama wants to create another fake war and do that, maybe, and people would be like, hell yeah, he's an American, and it's awesome.
Fake war, huh?
It's not. I mean, the war is real. People are dying, but
you're not. You say you're not a conspiracy theorist, but you buy into 9/11 being a conspiracy?
I buy into science, and if you read some of the facts,
skewed science.
No, basically just what things do in certain situations. Like, let's say steel. Steel melts at like 1100 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. Well, basically at the base of the two towers there was molten steel. Pools of hardened molten steel that had, accumulated. So basically, steel burns at 1800 degrees Fahrenheit or something close to that, and basically jet fuel burns at 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically just saying for that shit to fall in on itself, have multiple explosions happening before it even collapsed down to that level, and then these 45-degree angled cuts in the beams of the tower to make it implode on itself, and then this molten steel at the bottom that would not have been able to burn itself up that way, saying that it was pre-designed that way. What I'm referring to is zeitgeist. I'm sure you've heard, and again, I hate to be one of those...
the films.
I hate to be one of those conspiracy dudes, but when you look at just the facts of, okay, steel melts at this temperature, and fuel burns at this temperature, and why are these cuts in the beams of the tower that were put there, and all these other factors, explosions in buildings that weren't even touched by anything. It's just too much, man.
I think you read too much into it. The people were saying stuff about the Pentagon and planes not being there, and the wreckage and all that shit. It all happened. It was all like...
It all happened.
But they wouldn't... Why would they implode the bottom of the... Are you saying the planes didn't do all the damage? There was more explosives set at the bottom of the buildings to bring them down farther? Why would they go through all that when they could just slam have the crazy Arab people slam the planes on the side of the building and that be enough? Why did they have to take everything down? Wouldn't that be enough of an attack to, all the planes all over the place smashing into stuff? Is that not enough of a message to...
Maybe it was. Maybe Bush was like, no, that plan sucks. No, let's revamp this. Now, I want to see some shit go off. I mean, I want to see some fucking fireworks, man. You gonna make this thing the baddest thing these people ever fucking seen. They're gonna be like, dude, this George Bush guy, I think he's okay. So, I do believe it, and I consider myself an intelligent person, not to be influenced by extremist things. But when you look at a lot of the facts surrounding that, and not only me, but very smart, intelligent politicians and scientists that have, there's even a newer documentary that are questioning all of that stuff. It's out there. The information's out there. Don't take my word on it. Look it up. Get on the life.interweb thing and look it up. And it's pretty crazy. Let's get off the serious stuff because I feel good. I feel good.
It brings us all around back to the election. Conspiracies.
I mean, we were topical, though. I mean, we covered the... Do we have to keep doing all the serious stuff?
No, we can talk about whatever you want. I mean, I guess that's it. If you're over...
I'm sure there's good conversation there.
No, that's it. That's all we got. Now we'll just stop it dead right there and move on to something else. Hold on. Okay, what's next?
Since we suck at podcasts...
There's things called, like, segues, and you gotta keep talking about something. Jump into something else. So we started with the election. Obama's a president. It is what it is. Conspiracy or not, whatever he's going to do to rally the people, whatever the next 9/11 is going to be, according to Patrick. So that'll be fun. So that was yesterday. Let's stay on yesterday's stuff. Let's keep it current. Halo. You stuck with Halo all day.
Yeah.
I hopped in a little late. About 8 o'clock at night I hit it. People were already leveled up to extreme amounts.
Where did they get to? When I left off, I was at 13. So I imagine they're in the 20s or...
I think they were early 20s. I got home around 17, level 17. I don't know what it entails. It wouldn't even let me play. I tried to use my gamer tag, dual screen it.
Yeah?
And it said some profiles on this Xbox are not authorized to play online.
You think you moved around your gamer tag too much?
No, I was signed into my account. My gamer tag was signed in on Xbox Live. I could look at my friends, I could do whatever, but then when I tried to play Halo, I don't know if there was some kind of download I needed, but it didn't prompt me for anything. Either way, it wouldn't let me play, so I had to play as a guest, which meant I got no experience based off of everything that I played, and I got no extra weapons or anything.
So that's why you weren't really enjoying it as much, probably.
No, if we're going to go into how I don't enjoy Halo, the situation was the controls. Now, I guess it's not too much different than prior Halo game controls. There's other options, but if you want to change from your default controller settings, my example is Call of Duty. I've been playing Black Ops for a while.
Yeah.
So Black Ops, you got left trigger zoom, right trigger shoot.
Yeah.
And I switch my Call of Duty settings for B as melee and the right toggle to crouch.
Yeah.
Now there's no combination of controls in the new Halo game.
As left trigger zoom?
Left trigger can be zoom, but right toggle is melee, and B, it's the exact default Call of Duty controls. You can have those, but I switched my Call of Duty controls to B melee, right toggle crouch. Can't do that in the new Halo. It's driving me crazy. I was trying to get used to it. I guess if I play it enough, I'll figure it out. But Black Ops 2 comes out in 6 days, 5 days.
I'm gonna play both.
So I'll probably just get stuck on that, and I won't even care about Halo.
That is like the biggest first world problem I've ever heard. It's like
Controls aren't perfect.
It's like, this game that, I can get it to 90% efficiency, but they don't really have the option for me, particularly. I mean, they have like 10 different ways you can make your control. There has to be one way that satisfies your needs enough to be like, oh yeah, I remember that Halo was fun, and this brings me back to a better, simpler time where, we sat around in Shelton's basement all night fucking linking boxes with cables on tube TVs and fucking freezing our ass off in the garage and like stealing alcohol from like rents and stuff. And I try to wrap my head around the nostalgia of it. And
well, there was the nostalgia when blacks and women weren't allowed to vote. So you could look at the good old days like that. But
yes.
But those were fun times. But now, the technology is good enough, and first world problems can go fuck themselves. Because I'm sick of hearing about first world problems. I get them as like a joke. Oh, first world problem, my phone won't load my picture fast enough. Guess fucking what? I pay for it, and it should be able to do that.
I get it. I'm not arguing.
Why is there not even a I pick my controls option? They give you 7 things that you can pick from. Why can't you just say, hey, I want the B button to do this?
Assign the PC fucking Windows 93 back in the day.
You could Y shoot.
You could do whatever you wanted.
You can change any control any way you want.
You could make it whatever. Yeah. So I don't know if there's some sort of motivation behind it. I imagine that.
All their fucking clever names. Fish sticks. Fuck you. All right. I want to use B to melee.
Oh, fish sticks. That's what it is. Yeah. The name of the option. I mean, the point I would like to get across is I've been the biggest anti-Halo advocate since
ODST.
Oh, I liked ODST because I'm a real-time strategy fan, but
no, that was Wars. Halo
Wars. Halo Wars.
ODST was like an extension of 3.
Sucked. 3 sucked. I mean, I know you liked it. Maybe I didn't. It was so slow. Some of the levels were cool. The fact that they kept with SWAT was cool, but other than that, I've been like shit talking on Halo. But the fact that I'm actually impressed by this new one, I'm happy for. That games can still do that for me, but I don't know. It's going to take some time. Schwartz says the campaign is fucking awesome.
I'm not a big campaign guy. I haven't campaigned since 3 on any game.
I'm trying to think of the last game.
I like a lot of the guns and settings and stuff you can now in 4 buy weapon upgrades, and I'm comparing everything to Black Ops again. But Black Ops, you after a certain level unlock different things.
Yep.
You earn points to purchase weapons. You can upgrade weapons, add different classes to pick. Like I start out with this gun, this grenade, this whatever.
Yeah,
all those options are great. And that's a great thing that this game's instituted. My brain can't wrap around the controls at the moment. I'm sure if I played it enough, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's irritating that you can't just set it the way that you want. I don't understand why you can't pick the controls. Just like you're saying, Windows 93 used to be able to do that. It was fucking
you plug in that
20 years ago.
Controller that didn't even have a USB because I don't even know if USB existed back then. So it was like those ones that were like monitor cables that you'd screw in 2 sides of the.
It's just a cord attached to a floppy disk.
Yeah, plug in the floppy disk. But even on that, you could assign, like you said, anything you wanted to fucking do. I don't know. I'm gonna give it some time. I just rented it.
You went with a rental.
Yeah, it was great. So here's my day yesterday. Basically, I got stuck on a call. Everybody left for lunch. I got off the call 15 minutes after we were into our lunch. With my work, you get between 12 and 1. If you take a call at 11:58 and it's done at 12:45, that's your lunch. But, so I walk out, go to the bathroom, come back in, and the general manager, kind of an intimidating guy, but
like large intimidating?
No, he's like a slick salesman type, intimidating presence type guy.
Arrogance type.
Yeah, but good at what he does.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I walk into my office just as he is walking out and the door is propped open. And we scared each other to where we yelled in each other's face. In each other, 6 inches from each other's face. We're yelling in each other's face. But he's like, hey. He's like, we're shutting her down, blah, 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 election stuff, blah, 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 call everyone. So I had to, call 8 people and be like, you don't have to come back, and I had to shut their computers down and fucking log them out so they weren't logging hours. And so I was like, oh, shit, Halo. Fuck, that's probably shitty. Fuck that. I'll just get Assassin's Creed 3. And then for some reason I just called Family Video. So, got any Halo? Guy's like, yeah, I got one. I was like, save it. He's like, what's the name? And I should have said Kelly, because Kelly can be a guy's name and a girl's name, but I said Patrick. So I get there, and here's the reason I should have said her name. Basically, I had an old account where I lost COD and with them and returned it way later.
All right.
And basically, I had a $60 balance with them. And I was like, oh, my name's Patrick. And he's like, okay, here's your game. And he's like, what's the phone number on the account? Gave the number for Kelly's account. It has no fees. And he's like, Kelly. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm on the account. And he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, it should be. And he's like, no, man. So this guy was a prick. So he's like, what's your name? Patrick Neis. Looks me up 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, you got an account with us. Oh, you owe us this much money. I'm like, well, give me Halo anyway. And he's like, no, man. I was like, well, what do I got to do? He's like, you got to pay something on it. So I had to pay $5 towards my $60 balance. I had to pay a $20 deposit on the game, so if I don't bring it back, they get an extra 20 bones. He says it's for everyone, but I think he meant it just for me. I think I'm like a problem customer. They do that too or something.
Deposit, so you do get it back.
I get it back.
That's all right. That's not bad. Okay.
That's it, though. I mean, I think I say I got the game, and
but he gave you shit about nothing. I mean, you could have you gave Kelly's information, and what do you think? You made up some phone number and name him or something?
I was like, dude, I could tell you the last movies we rented.
Yeah, they probably know you at this point from going up there and you called them and asked about availability of things and use Kelly's name and her account for everything.
I told him that I was like, dude, I paid off I could pull up the transaction where I paid off the last late fees on her account. I was like, dude, just hook it up. He's like, Mr. Super Professional manager guy. So,
family video, dude.
Fuck that guy.
Gotta be a pro. What was the rental fee? So you got the $5.
$5
that you had to pay on the thing plus the
$6 for a 5-day rental.
So you're at $31 to rent it.
Yes.
But you get the 20 back, so it was 11 total.
Yes.
To rent it. How many days you get?
Till Sunday.
Sunday? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
Schwartz went with the trade-in. He had to trade stuff. He gave up
a lot.
He gave up plenty.
I saw his picture, dude. There was 10 plus items there.
A lot of 64 games. I saw one of them was a yellow cartridge. That means he gave up Donkey Kong 64. Yep. That's a tough one to give up.
And you can hardly find that game, and if you do have that game, you can't find the expansion
pack. You need the red expansion pack to play that bad boy.
My sister was like, hey, do you know where that is? I've been looking through box. I'm like, no. She's like, I can't find it. It's $30 online. Sorry. But
I have a Nintendo 64 without an expansion pack in it, and I got the expansion pack with TK64 way back in the day. No idea how I now have a 64 that doesn't. I guess I got it mixed up between moves with friends and grabbed the wrong 64, but I don't even have an expansion pack. And you need it for Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
You need it for way too many things, so I have a pretty useless 64 at the moment.
But that brings me back to another hilarious time. Kind of probably around the same time we were linking boxes to play Halo 2, which is basically when you didn't work for maybe 3 years.
Oh. And it wasn't 3 years.
No, but
it was
you would have little things in between, but then go back to
I had a nothing for about 8 months.
Yeah,
at one point.
You got, I think, shooting low. But
shooting low,
But my point is, where you would sell off your life to go to a show or buy a 30-pack. You would sell 20 CDs and all this stuff, and it's all right. Well, I felt bad partaking in the beers that you got rid of all this stuff. I'm sure it meant nothing to you. These things maybe they meant something, but
I think I could get rid of everything I have right now if I had the heart for it. There's some stuff that I need the physical copy of because it's awesome to me. But essentially, I need no CDs. There's, aside from being able to stare at it and thinking it's a cool thing, you can listen to the music with an MP3. I could take all my CDs, rip them to my computer, go sell them for whatever, $1 and change a piece if I'm lucky.
It's good to have, though.
Yeah. So I did lose a lot of stuff over the years, and I don't know what I traded and what I just lost. And maybe I traded my 64 that had the expansion pack.
That was my point.
And then stole someone's non-expansion packed 64.
Maybe
and
Miles.
Now I'm complaining about it.
Maybe Miles was at the point in his life where he was.
Miles and my brother, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Miles Murphy. Brandon's brother.
What's up, bro?
Ponin, Nubs, and whatnot. Maybe he was at a point where he had reached the point in his life where. He needed to sell off stuff and was like, Brandon's not going to care about this. He doesn't even, I don't know. Probably not.
No, I don't think that ever went down that way.
But that was
I was all right with getting rid of a lot of that stuff. I don't need it now. I can just rip DVDs. There's no reason to have a lot of movies. You just have a hard drive for get a terabyte hard drive for $100, and then you could store anything you'd ever want and get money for it.
I think we're about to have a little occurrence here. So just as another disclaimer, I am babysitting my damn dog.
Babysitting? Those
whatever.
dog sitting.
I'm owning my dog here, which basically means I have to sometimes play with it, and he's not happy
There's
right
gonna
now.
be some squealing happening.
No, that shit ain't happening.
We're gonna fight you, puppy.
I'm gonna let Murphy lead you into the next subject matter while I go get this damn dog a bone so he shuts the fuck up. So he already chewed through one in about 11 minutes.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
We got a lot of good stuff. A lot of great stuff.
What if we don't live up to it?
That's why I don't know. We'll make it something.
There's plenty more to discuss. All right, Patrick's leaving the room. He's dealing with the dog.
I'm just over here.
So now,
I'll be back.
I don't know. All right. So now I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to get a little sensual, a little close. We'll discuss some things. I could, without Patrick knowing while he's in the other room, just make sex noises. Maybe have like a little phone sex with the phone microphone and post this without him knowing. And then he could listen back later and in the middle of it just hear me moaning and groaning. But
moaning and groaning.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that's just what I plan on doing while you're gone, but if you're back already.
Okay, yeah, it was quick work.
All right.
What kind of getting...
we were talking about video games, Halo, your day yesterday, election, covered that stuff. You went to Family Video, you went with the rental. Schwartz sold stuff to get the thing. Probably what I would have done. I contributed nothing, but I will play Halo, his copy, as much as I want.
You'll get into it.
But he will be welcome to my copy of Black Ops 2.
You'll get blasted.
Next Tuesday.
You'll get blasted, hammered, and no-scope people with the sniper rifle and laugh with your belly.
It's not Halo 2. You can't just swipe and shoot. You have to actually shoot people now. It's kind of tough. Video games are serious. Just like we're going into video game discussions. The last podcast or whatever the fuck these are that we did. We discussed NHL and our NHL yelling situations. I've already started to yell at Halo in a 3-hour total span of playing it. I think that's more of a control issue. I'm yelling at the controls and me pushing B to beat people down and just ducking and then getting killed.
That happened to me a lot.
That's just nonstop. It just happens. That's it.
I didn't melee once. I kept just yelling in the microphone asking Schwartz how to melee, and he told me 15 times it's the right bumper.
I think default's right bump.
And I just kept like asking him how I could do it. It's gonna take some time. But what were we trying to do here?
Segue from the video games. We're talking about nostalgia, selling off old stuff. What could we go with at this point? Nostalgia. How about your Star Wars nostalgia? I know we weren't children of the 70s.
But Star Wars touched our... I think maybe the 90s, maybe bigger.
I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan, to be honest.
But the toys and shit, you never got into all that?
No, I was a Ninja Turtles kid.
But you can be more than that.
I could not... I was not all I could be. I was pretty stuck on my ways. It was original Nintendo... It was just Nintendo. Video games was my childhood. There was no real Star Wars stuff. I guess eventually the Star Wars games...
Super Star Wars.
Good ones. What was the pod racing one?
Pod Racer was great. There was Star Wars Battlefront was really awesome. Going back to N64 was like Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron was decent.
One of the very first releases for the 64 was Shadows of the Empire, which was a very cool game.
But all of those games are now owned by Disney.
Oh yeah, so they get
Disney
to go back.
purchasing Lucasfilms.
That's huge. I was sketched. If you read all about it, it's all good. Like the production value and all this, it might even be better than the last trilogy. And I know you're not a Star Wars nerd, but I'm not saying I'm a Star Wars nerd, but I'm a sci-fi nerd.
Yeah,
I like to geek out in my brain about space, and Star Wars lets me do that.
I dig it. So let me ask you questions about the new situation and see what you know about the new situation, the collaboration between Disney and Lucasfilms. What is George Lucas's involvement in this? Did he sell it off to be like, I'm done? Or Will he have any involvement in these new films?
I believe he will. I think he did it for the good of the Star Wars franchise. I think this partnership is going to give him a lot more to work with. I don't think he's going to have complete involvement, but obviously it's his baby, and I don't know. It was a good move. I don't know a lot about it, but I know that.
So there are 3 more movies.
I guess I don't know. I think I've heard that, but I don't know enough yet. I think it's a pretty new thing to where we don't have all the details, but I mean it's exciting enough.
Big hype is Princess Leia, now a Disney princess.
Oh, whammy! Were you saving that?
Huh? No.
That's good.
That was actually the big talk. That was one of the first things I heard when they discussed that was Princess Leia now being amongst Jasmine and
Cinderella.
Ariel princess. I guess it was underwater dude.
That could be one of our top 5s, because you may not have been a Disney kid, but I was totally a Disney kid, and we could do like top 5 Disney moments or songs or something, because this could be
talking about something that
Well, okay, I was just about to. If you could just let me finish. This is something we've been struggling on to make a segment out of. I don't know why. I think we're just maybe busy guys and or slackers or both.
I'm gonna go slackers.
Yeah. But basically, we're trying to get a top 5 or a weekly like top 10 that we can kind of get you guys involved on, and something that we can get some participation on. I feel a little overwhelmed or like a little pressured, because I feel like once I say that this is my top 5, that it's now in like podcast history, and then I will be held to that. And what if like I jumped the gun and made a bad choice on a top 5, and now people think I'm a faggot because
it's all relevant to time. Whatever your top 5 is at the moment, I mean, it's always going to be at the moment.
But a top 5 is a top 5. It should above and beyond like supersede a moment. It's a top thing. It should.
The point of the top 5 is the opinionated everyone's bullshit. So my idea behind the top 5 is us picking top 5 topics, presenting them, and then having people give their inputs and discuss the top 5, because most people, between message boards and shit like that, I was telling you, sites like Billboard will post their top 100 albums of the 90s, and then you go to the message board or the comment section, and it's just people going off. You're like, where's this on the top list? So, whatever. So we're going to present our top 5s. Let people say, fuck you. No, these are our top 5s. Why isn't this in the top 5? Why isn't this in the top thing? And then we can say, fuck you back. But it's a way of bringing people together, you know?
How do we make, like, do we use our life.facebook to monitor this forum? Do we create a separate forum for that kind of stuff? I mean, because I want to branch out to all media types, whether it's blogs or blogs could be good for us. You know, obviously we want to do some little short, funny clips, short film type things, but do we need to create like a separate catalyst for this, or do we try to just gay book it up, or what do you think?
We'll probably discuss that off mic. This is where we go down hills when we discuss how we're going to run things online. But I would say for now, off the top of my head, my idea would be like I wanted to start top 5 favorite music videos, and I wrote out top 5 videos, and I think we could each have our own separate YouTube accounts, linked to our lifeDOTinternet YouTube account, and be like, check out our page to see each of our whatevers.
That's a great idea.
And so, since we're already talking about it, I guess I could give out mine for the music videos. And I will link these music videos for people to observe my top 5 favorite music videos. Yes. If you think of any along the way, feel free to punch in. But yeah, for now, I'll go with my top 5 and then let people bitch about why something isn't on the list. So in no discernible order, plus with a honorable mention. So I have 6 on the list.
Bonus.
Just because I didn't think we were going to play with any of this. But number 1, Fiona Apple's Criminal.
It's a good one.
Fantastic music video.
Just crawling around, all sexy like.
Yeah, all whatever, like sexy? Is it sexy or is it skanky or is it
provocative?
Provocative. All right, I'll go with provocative. 2, we got White Stripes. Fell in love with a girl. A Michel Gondry music video.
He is fantastic.
Yeah, but that like all Lego music video.
Mm-hmm.
Really badass music video.
I love Michel Gondry.
Jamiroquai's Virtual Insanity music video was fantastic. It was like the moving
conveyor belt thing?
Yeah.
They remade for the movie awards or whatever. He did
that was
live.
OK Go that did the...
No. He did it back in the day.
He did do it on the stage. Yeah. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that one where the floor moved around. Pearl Jam's Do the Evolution is on the list. That was a... I can't think of his name at the time. The guy that did Spawn. McFarlane.
Yeah.
He did the Pearl Jam Do the Evolution music video. Fantastic music video. Great song. Silver Sun Pickups, Substitution. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Yeah.
But it's like a musical chairs game with beautiful women in fantastic dresses and high heels. Great music video. And for the honorable mention, and here's how unprepared we are for this because I don't even know the fucking name of the song, but what's the Fatboy Slim music video with Christopher Walken?
Is that where, Fatboy Slim? No, I'm thinking Lit.
Right about now.
Function. Oh, wow, yeah.
And like Christopher Walken is like flying around fucking Crouching Tiger style.
That was awesome. Christopher Walken, what a great...
So that's my top 5 with an honorable mention.
That's a good honorable mention.
And in the future, just since we referenced it, we went into it, but in the future we'll have an actual segment for it if it works.
I like the Michel Gondry stuff. I wish I had some more to input. I know I have them out there. Like I said, maybe I just have commitment issues. I just can't. I can't tell you like for sure. I love Incubus Stellar. Stellar. Where he's floating out in space.
I would assume so.
I don't know. Sledgehammer is an old music video. It's all claymation. Somebody knows what I'm talking about here, I'm sure.
Sledgehammer, the song, the band?
Burn, sledgehammer, dun, dun, something like that. If you see what I'm talking about, For the Day and Time, it is a very well produced video.
Up. We'll post them up. We'll actually get the segment going after this.
These aren't my top. These are just things I like.
The top list is hard to do, man.
It is. Like I said, it's a commitment thing. You really gotta stand by where you're at. And let's do this. We're getting close to break time. I want to play back the phone messages.
Segues.
Well, we don't have to. We don't.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to, but it doesn't make any sense when you just stop talking about something and go on.
Well, I'm just trying to time management here. We're at 47 minutes, and we need to take a little breather.
Wow.
Would you like...
We've been talking for 47 minutes.
I know.
That's incredible. We have a great time doing this. I could have swore 20 minutes tops.
I know. I wish that I could segue better, but I feel like time management takes precedence. But... So the phone messages I found earlier that do we go over later or before the break?
No, we can take this break. We'll do the phone messages into the break.
Okay.
And
explain then. Do I explain?
I guess you can explain because you're the one with the knowledge on this one. Drop the knowledge that you have and let us know what's going on with these voicemails from last year.
So as you know from our last podcast, I have the iPhone 5, but luckily this feature that the iPhone has is that it saves your messages. So I was able to retrieve 4 messages from. I need to stop saying I need to catch myself there, guys. You called me out on the old interweb with it and uhs and likes. Anyway, so these. These messages are from this creepy guy. This really creepy guy that would call my phone repeatedly right when I got the phone. And apparently the person who owned the phone before me, his name was Patrick. So
on the phone number.
The phone number, sorry, yeah. Owned the phone number before me was named Patrick. So I was getting all these bill collection calls. They're like, Patrick, we need you to call because your shit's fucked up. Right now, call us or you're screwed. And then it'd be like, you know, people asking, hey, man, you want to go to this party? These texts. I get this text that was like, hey, would you fuck me? And
Nice.
So
Patrick sounds like he was a stud.
they were local, too. So I could have tried to make something happen out of that.
That doesn't work.
But, you know, obviously I love my lady. So, anyways, this creepy guy, this guy that sounds like he was literally about to kill himself, left numerous messages for me, like, just really awkward, like, you better call me back. I'm going to delete you from my life. And it was pretty bad. So
we have audio clips of the messages that were left on Patrick's phone.
Yes.
When he first got his phone, and these messages were intended for the previous owner of the phone number, also named Patrick. So it was very confusing for you.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunate for this guy Patrick, who could be slaying ass, but unfortunately, I can't relay the message.
You could have done all this fucking for him.
Yeah, but there's just kind of a scary desperation in someone that, without any pre-solicitation, not like, hey, what's going on? Hey, haven't seen you in a while, was just like, would you fuck me? You know, so I was a little intimidated.
Like Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I just...
Would you fuck me?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
I'd fuck. Yeah, it was probably that guy. But,
it was Buffalo Bill.
Here's
from Buffalo Bill.
Here's these clips. We will probably, again, we like to talk about the shitty structure of this podcast. We will probably create its own audio file, but for now, I'm just going to sit here and play these for you. Let me make sure this is
the first one.
This is the first one. Some reference to a delicious burger joint, Rallies. Here you go. Here.
Patrick, it's Dave. Kriegers, Dave. Yeah, I'm pumped up. I'd like to talk to you. You saw me at rallies. Just want to see how you're doing. All right? Call me back if you want to. If not, then I'll erase you out of my contacts. Understand? I do. Cool. See you, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, that was clip number one, or rather message number one. That was what was that? April 19th, 2011. So a little downtime between the next call. Again, a lot can happen between now and then.
Message 2. What's the date on message 2?
Message 2.
How far apart are these coming in?
So the first one was on the 11th, and the second one. Yeah, first one, let's see, first one was the 19th of last year there in the month of April.
19th,
and
2011.
The next one is the 27th, so it's, like I said, it's just over a week later, and maybe a lot has changed. We'll find out here.
Patrick, Dave, call me. Please. Bye.
A shorter message for the second one.
But I want you to notice the inflection. That there's some desperation in the please. It's like there's a cry for help there that, of course, I ignored. You know, I certainly ignored the cry for help.
Well, you ignored it the first time when he said that he was going to delete your number, which was what you had your fingers crossed for. And now here he is. Yet again, a week and a half later, leaving you a second message.
He needs me.
We now have a third message of 4.
3 of 4.
We'll play you 3. Then we'll go into a break. We're going to use local artists. We got Cody Miller. We're going to play a Cody Miller song.
That dude rocks.
Be under Cody James. And we did not yet again look into how to plug him. So we'll plug him when?
Online, or we'll try to...
Where do you find his Bandcamp? You can Bandcamp, search Cody James. I know he's on there. I'm sure he's SoundCloud, but he'll be playing this Saturday at Cicero's on Delmar.
Pretty awesome stuff.
He's going to be playing with Joel Kern, one of the habs of It.
Last week's
intro track.
Last week's intro, all the intro tracks, of course, and last week's musical guest. But
No, Cody's the shit. We've known him for a long time, just like the other guys, and I guess we just have talented friends. But anyways, so we'll play you one more clip here. This was June 7th, 2011. So this was a little under 2 months later, and this was message number 3 from Dave Kriegers. Is that what his name is?
It was something like that. I don't know if it's Dave from Kriegers, like maybe he worked at the Kriegers establishment.
He could be short referencing his employment. I don't really know. But this is message number 3, and then we will divvy on into a break there for
We're
you.
going to break. Not only are we going to break, but we'll come back with the fourth message, and then we're going to try giving this guy a call.
See if he's still alive out there, which my gut tells me no. And you'll find out what we mean here.
Putting Dave, going through my contacts, deleting people. Sorry, man. Good luck with your life.
I mean, wow. That's fucking awesome.
Good luck with your life.
Like a story binded but true. This guy, she glued my heart anew. The more I see her, the more I smile. Much too content to flip a page. There's not a plot attempt to change. The more I see her, the more I smile. The more I see her, the less I cry. The characters are only two. Romantic chronicle of me and you. The more I see her, the more I smile. She lays her head, she holds my bed. But that's okay, I'll hug the edge instead. The more I see her, the more I smile. The more I see her, the less I cry.
All right, that's it. We're back.
Back.
Little track by Cody Miller there.
Back
Good
it up.
friend of ours. He's going to be playing this Saturday, November 12th at Cicero's on Del Mar. You can check out his music. You can do codyjames.bandcamp.com. If you're a Facebook user, you could reach him at facebook.com/CodyJamesMusic. Or if you're a SoundCloud user, for a third option, we got soundcloud.com/Cody
We got options.
-James-music. Hyphen's the little dash on your keyboard or your cellular device, whatever you're using to reach the websites. So those are the first 3 messages from Krieger guy.
Dave Krieger?
Dave Krieger, something like
Krieger.
that. So we have the fourth one coming to you now. We're gonna play the fourth and final message that Patrick received from this gentleman, and then we will attempt to call him on the phone and see what has happened in his life since. And I don't know. We'll see where the phone call takes us. So here is the fourth and final message. What's the date on this one?
The date here is July 19th, 2011. So this was just over a month after the last one, and the desperation has come to a head. This is what either was or was intended to be believed as a suicide attempt. Am I you guys be the judge here, but I'm guessing he's pretending.
He's already taken half the bottle, and this is him in and out of consciousness before death, basically.
So he basically is wanting to let me know that since I wouldn't get back to him, he's in the process of killing himself. So.
Oh, and he mentions his phone number in here. Are we going to delete that out, or should I make noises over his phone number? Or should we just let everyone call him?
Fuck Dave. He just blew my shit up. This is what he gets. You may hear it. Maybe we'll have a change of heart and legalities and we'll bleep it out. But for now, you're going to actually be able to call this guy. So this is Dave's final message to me. Goodbye, Dave.
Dave. Kriegers. 6, 3, 6.
Man.
0, 6, 3, 3. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, he goes, "Oh man!" The "oh man" was like him blowing out his little anime like puff out of his mouth and going and dying. Like the "oh man" was him leaving this world, basically. So I'm sorry, Dave. You made me uncomfortable, and I wouldn't call you back.
But retribution. A year later, here we are. And we're gonna try giving you a call, Dave. Let's see how you've been since you last left Patrick messages.
So I guess let's do this. Let me check something here. Okay. So we are dialing Dave here. I have to say I'm a little bit nervous.
Haven't spoken to Dave in a year.
I've never spoken to him. This is very awkward. Okay, speaker now. It's ringing. It's a good sign.
Hello?
Hey, Dave.
Hello?
Hi. Hey, Dave. It's Patrick.
Patrick?
Yeah, man. I'm up at Rally's waiting. What's up? Where you at? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Dave, it's Patrick.
Patrick who?
Patrick. Dude, you saw me up at Rally's.
Oh.
Dude, how you been? I was worried about you, man, with the messages I got. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay now.
You doing good?
No, but
Well, that's not good, man. I don't like to hear that. I mean, how's everything going? How's the family?
no, I mean, there is no family.
Okay. I mean, the last message I got sounded like you were trying to...
No. Patrick, what the fuck, dude?
Last time I got a message from you, I thought you were trying to kick the bucket, man. I was kind of scared.
No, I was in the hospital for a while after that, and now I'm good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I really am. That's good. Hey, man, you know what?
Patrick.
I'm getting a call. Hey, can I call you back?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, good talking.
Why did you cut it so short?
I don't know. I got nervous.
Why did you not talk to him? You could have asked him why he was in the hospital. You could have.
God, I got scared.
You have to call him
I
back
got
and ask him why he's in the
scared.
hospital.
No.
We need to know everything about this.
That was terrifying. He
has your number again.
I know. God, there's no way out now.
You gotta call him back. We're gonna have to call him back.
Not tonight. I can't. The pressure. I was jumping out of my skin there.
Dude. Oh,
that was scary.
That call. He said there is no family. What does that mean? I need to know these things.
I figured I was banking on like, hey, we've been friends for a while. I know your family. Like, hey, how's everybody doing? And he says there is no family.
We've been friends for a while. You haven't been friends for a year at least already.
Oh man,
you need to know what happened to this kid in the last.
Oh God, it's wow. What was that? I'm a little jittery right now.
This is Dave's call. Wow.
That was a success. We did get a hold of Dave. I feel like I've opened like a major can of worms. Like he's gonna start fucking blowing me up again.
You can block his number. It's not a big deal. He doesn't know who you are.
Oh my God.
We have to call him back right now. You have to call him back and say sorry about that. So tell me what's up, what's been going on. There has to be some sort of conversation that explains what was going on. Like,
he kept questioning who I was, though, but he's like, oh, yeah, but he's like, wait, what the fuck?
Why did he know about rallies? Why did you say rallies and he knew exactly what you were talking about?
Dude, that was the first message from March of last year.
Yeah, and who was Patrick to Dave? Who are you? You're the new Pat. Just be Patrick now.
I wish the phone didn't vibrate. Hey, sorry for the background noise. Yeah, that was my phone vibrating text messages, so I apologize. Hopefully that didn't disrupt anything. I'm nervous. I don't want to call him back. That was freaky.
All right, we have to have a plan set up to where if this next call does not go right, that you can block his number from ever calling you again. So there has to be a way we can look into doing that.
What do I say?
This can't turn into a thing, but you have to call him back and be like, what happened, dude? What were you doing in the hospital? What? And I
don't want it to get sad.
The worst case scenario.
No, I don't want to know.
The worst case scenario is it gets sad and then you hang up and block his number and never talk to the person again.
I would rather.
We started this.
If
we're gonna sit here and not do anything with it.
I'll call him back, but I'm not talking about. I want the illusion of this just being this fucked up dude. I don't want to I don't want to know the details.
Why? This is the best it's gonna get. We won't have anything else like this.
What do I talk about? Give me some things to talk about.
Ask him why he was in the hospital. Ask him what.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
What? Okay, then ask him. You just want to talk about fall. It's cooler outside now, Patrick. How? Well, you got you nice and bundled up, everything warm. You got electricity. You staying warm. You got a nice fire built. You have to.
How strange. Okay, I left this. I remember now. I remember I texted this guy and told him that I am not the Patrick that he remembered. So it occurred. So that's why he's like, wait, what? What the? I'm.
All right, now it's too late.
I'm sketched out. It's not too late. I can call him back.
I mean it's too late if you already told him that you aren't the real Patrick.
That was awesome, though. Nonetheless, okay,
awesome.
That was awesome.
Like
no, I didn't choke, man. I asked him, "How's the fam?" I said, "I'm up at Rally's way." Fuck. All right, do I call him back?
I'd assume you're gonna have to call him back.
All right,
and you're gonna have to battle. You're gonna have to battle through this being a real conversation. I can't now talk to him, but I would if you wanted me to. You call him back. Say sorry about that. So what's up, man? What's been going on?
What's my segue to hang up on him again? I have to have an out.
You don't need to do anything. You don't know this person. You'll never see this person ever. You don't.
I don't want to hurt Dave.
Dave didn't kill himself a year ago after the 2, 3, 4 months of calling someone, being like, "Please call me." That he met at rallies that he didn't even know.
So I'm gonna ask him why he deleted me from his life. I'm gonna call him out.
Yeah, get mad at him.
All right.
Be like, "Why'd you stop calling?" Oh shit!
He's calling me.
He's calling.
Oh God!
You gotta answer. Say hello.
Hello.
Patrick.
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude, you fucking with me?
No, I'm sorry, I got held up on that call. I was trying to touch base. I was just going through some old.
No. I just mean, man.
I mean, the last time I got a message was that you were deleting my number. I just wanted to make sure you didn't, man, because I hadn't heard from you in a while. I don't know, how's everything going?
Well, where are you?
I'm just here in St. Charles.
Like, where?
I'm just sitting up at the Hot Shots in St. Charles, man. I was just grabbing a beer. I'm actually about to head out, so.
Man, you want to meet up? I mean, not for. I got a girlfriend.
No, man, obviously, I'm not. I mean, no, I just, like I said, I was just trying to touch base with you. I was just looking through old records and saw I heard in just an old message I was going to be deleted. I didn't want you to forget about me, man. I don't know, how's everything else going? Who'd you vote for?
Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Ah, come on.
Nader, didn't you? You voted for Nader.
Ralph Nader?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Green Party.
He's still alive?
I don't know.
All right, man. Well, I live right across the street from Hot Shots, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I'm up there all the time. Them $3 macho mugs. I don't know. Like I said, I was just trying to touch base with you, see how you've been doing, man. Like I said, I didn't want to lose touch. I was sad when I was thinking you were deleting my numbers, but I just, I didn't get back to you, so I'm sorry about that, man.
No. I mean, it's not your fault, dude. I mean, it's been fucking 4 years.
It's life. Life takes its toll, huh, man?
I talked to Andrew a couple times.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Yeah. I don't know. I went over to his house a couple times, and no.
Well, you sound good. You sound like you're doing a lot better, man. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I divorced, single, got a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, better off than me there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock the solo, the single life for a while. Me, I'm working in insurance, and like I said, just having my old Wednesday night beer here with a couple buddies. But just worried about you. Just wanted to see how you was doing, making sure you still have my number in the phone there.
Now I do.
All right, cool, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna get going, but hey, let's record.
How are you doing, Patrick?
That's a talk for another day, my man.
Oh, come on.
I can't. I gotta get going. But hey, yeah, I got the Voice to go home and watch. I got that recorded, so I'm gonna flip that on, see who's.
Yeah, I actually watched that with my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, she liked that.
Yeah, I mean, CeeLo's got really short arms with really small hands.
You ain't kidding, man. Well, hey, we'll catch up soon. Maybe we can catch an episode of The Voice together. I'll meet the new girl.
All right, man.
All right, good talking.
Thanks, man.
All right, take care.
Bye.
So is he just got what? So he was going through his divorce, probably. At the time
I
when all this
guess,
stuff was
man.
going-
Wow.
He's not a very interesting person.
I didn't want to call him back. I will never talk to Dave again.
Wow, that was it for Dave. Dude, we could. Yeah, I don't know. Did you handle it well though? The Voice, that was a good one.
Yeah.
The Voice pulled it out of nowhere,
I don't know.
and then he went along with it. There's no way that he thinks that you're the same person.
He can't. I detected, but maybe I detected his.
You fucking with me?
He did say that, didn't he?
You fucking with me?
Yeah, I
You think
saw.
there was some kind of gay experience between you guys?
I don't know. Was there
don't know
some
why.
gay thing? Because he's like, oh no, I don't want to meet up. I got a girlfriend. Was there some butt plundering?
There might have been a gay thing going on before that. He said he had a girlfriend now. I don't know what that means. You think the old Patrick possibly caused his divorce with a gay get together?
And then basically, since his world was crumbling, he just was gonna just fucking take it up with old Patrick because that's all he had left. Were they fucking in the back of Rally's?
Patrick was the one who blew him
In the Rally's parking lot?
bathroom.
In the in the left-hand side driver's window, since nobody goes to that side. He figured it was free BJ Rain there. Well, that was Dave, everyone. Apparently,
Dave's alive and well.
He hasn't changed his number. He didn't commit suicide, and
He did get divorced. He's now with another girl. He's got a girlfriend. Good for Dave, man. I'm glad he's all right.
We're gonna meet up and watch The Voice, and
Hell yeah.
that was completely awkward. Okay, so I just gotta get away from that for a while. What else do we got to wrap up here? We gotta kind of wrap this
we
thing
slowing
up
down.
for the people. We don't want them tied up in an hour and a half.
We had a couple things left that we should at least mention. We want to talk about the pizza delivery driver that got himself murked.
Okay, I'd like to save that because I want to make a segment out of STL Hood Ass News. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know that enticed you.
All right, so we will tease the STL Hood Ass News segment.
Hopefully next week, maybe.
There'll be plenty more news probably by next week as well.
Yeah, that we're gonna make a little. Basically, if you live in the St. Louis area, you know that you're from a hood ass town, and some really ghetto shit goes down, and we're gonna.
You could be a pizza delivery guy, or you could go to deliver a pizza and get shot in the armpit and killed for 3 pizzas and a cell phone.
3 pizzas and a cell phone. So
that's the kind of shit that goes down around here. But
desperate times, right?
Yeah. Other thing that man, we got.
There's so much. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, squeeze it all into one thing. We have plenty of time though. We'll wrap it up. I got one last story for you. It was the Tuesday night. Was it Tuesday night? No, it was a Monday night. The Monday night dinner.
Oh yeah.
Went to the parents' house for dinner. I guess the children did not have school Tuesday because of the election. All the schools are polling locations, so schools were closed down. So my sister had some friends over.
Mm-hmm.
A young lady, Miranda Murphy, she's 14. She has a fellow 14-year-old female over. A couple boys came over as well. They went downstairs to hang out in the basement.
Uh-oh.
Went down to my old dwelling in the basement of the Murphy home. I guess at some point her friend went upstairs, came back downstairs with a Gatorade bottle, and it looked suspicious. Apparently parents and grandparents can pick up on this shit because my grandma looked at my mom, and then my dad came downstairs moments later, kind of gave a funny look to my grandma and questioned the Gatorade bottle. And he said that as he was walking past my sister's room to use the facilities, the dump station, he heard bottles clanking together.
Ooh.
So he hears glass, and I guess immediately that's what you think. So after discussion on how to handle it, all the children downstairs, a few of us, mom, dad, grandma at the kitchen table, just shooting the shit. They searched for what the glass sound was. It turns out to be Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I knew they were icing it or hardening it or something.
Yeah, they went with the girly stuff. So she poured her Mike's Hard Lemonade bottles into a Gatorade bottle to be conspicuous.
Pretty smart.
Not too bad.
Is it Frost? Frost would match that color.
She didn't have a label on it. When she came upstairs, there was no label.
She probably should have left.
That was a bad decision.
Telltale sign there. Some tampering's been done.
But yeah, she got busted. The boys had to leave. The punishment was discussed. They ended up calling the mother, who was at work. I don't even know what the end result was, but it just brought me back to life and drinking as a youngster and how you would try to get away with it and what would happen when you would get caught. I don't remember ever really getting caught or
guys
being
get it easier.
In trouble for it. Yeah.
I think guys get it easier. They don't want their daughters getting drunk. And
the little girl said it was for the boys. Apparently the boys that came over wanted the booze. So this little girl that came to my sister's house brought the Mike's Hard Lemonade for...
It's probably a 6-pack. Yeah.
I don't even think it was. I think it was 4 of them for 3 boys. So they were getting all
wasted,
fucked up.
Just wrecked.
Crushing Mike's Hard Lemonade. And they didn't get far into it because that shit lasted... I don't know if they drank many before this began, but this was a 5-minute period of time that all this went down. So
There's better ways.
you know what? I don't even remember. I think I would just do whatever I wanted and not even worry about what would happen. I mean, I guess I would try to be a little sneaky about it, but I don't think it was even an issue to like.
My mom would buy me beer. I mean, I know I'm different than most, but I didn't abuse it. And I really didn't start drinking a whole lot until I was like 18. But I was, 16, 17, maybe 15. I was having some Busch beers or something. But
My birthday's January 9th. I think my first like drinking experience was New Year's when I was 15. So about a week and a half before my 16th birthday, I had some beers. So I started apparently pretty late compared to what people do. But
that's awesome, though. I mean, the thing is, even though they got in trouble, I kind of, would love to go back to a time where things like that were exciting, where like drinking wasn't just something you just did, or like smoking wasn't something you just did. The effect had a much more resounding, effect. The effect was more effectual, whatever you want to say.
sitting there staring at the poor girl that was about to get, in some shit for this, I was like, man, this girl doesn't realize that this isn't even a big deal.
Not at all.
As soon as this is over, it's over. Like, that was it.
That was Rock. So
Hey, Rock's once again in the podcast.
he's just
He can't
trying to
keep
get
himself out of the thing.
his 2 cents in there.
What'd you have to say about it? Someone must be home.
Yeah, I think my lady's home.
Ladies home. I guess that's where we'll wrap it up. That was the end of my story anyway.
We all can relate to a simpler time where sneaking beers and a little bit of weed here and there or something was just the excitement factor, along with being drunk off one beer. It was just fun. I mean, things were more nostalgic and more like, oh, we're growing up, and now it's just like, I'll drink 6-7 beers in the dark by myself after I got home from work and have a headache and take a nap and wake up feeling like shit, So I'm a little jealous.
That's getting old. That's nothing to do with the age.
It's just a thing you do, It's something you do now.
Same way, I would bring booze to the parents' house and hang out and not get called out for it. It wasn't because we were hanging out. I think
we were being good kids.
I don't know what being a parent's like. It's got to be excruciatingly difficult.
You probably don't want to call people on those things. It's like you feel a failure if you don't. You don't want to just live with yourself letting your kids be fuck-ups. You at least have to be like, that one time, though, I said something about them not being supposed to drink, and, I did my part. At least they can live with themselves, maybe, but I don't know.
When my dad and I were sitting there at the kitchen table talking about, amidst trying to figure out what to do with this young girl and what she's brought alcohol into the house. If the boys would have drank it and, got picked up by some parents and then they would have known that they'd been drinking, then they would have called my parents out on not paying attention. It could have been a big thing. But my dad, we talked about one time that I came home drunk underage and how I felt the need to talk to him. Like, you don't want to, like, walk in and go straight to bed because then you look suspicious. So you try to talk to him, but it just makes things worse. And he said, like, he did the same thing with his mom. His mom would be like, why are you just go to bed, you idiot.
Get out
like, I wouldn't know that you're fucked up if you would just go to bed. But I walked in the house and was like, what are you watching? He was watching Howard Stern. Like, on E. Howard Stern was on the television.
He, points to the TV.
Like, he was basically like, what are you, fucking retarded? Is Howard Stern. He's on the screen right now. What do you mean, what am I watching? And then I woke up the next morning with 2 empty bottles of Listerine on the floor of my bathroom and not the clothes I was wearing the night before and never looked back.
So you were one of those kids that chugged Listerine?
No. I was like blacked out and I think I threw up a bunch and I was trying to like gargle I was brush my teeth and gargle. I hope I didn't drink it, but I don't know.
No, they were empty.
But for the record, no, I never sat around and drank Listerine. I've actually never.
Well, maybe we'll try it next week. Maybe we'll just chug a bottle of Listerine and hit record, and you guys will see how that's definitely not happening.
Chug a bottle, give Dave a call.
I would say, yeah, just for pure listening pleasure, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We love you, people, whether we know you or not. This is fun for us. I'm starting to get better, starting to get more used to this, maybe have some more stuff you'll be interested in.
Thanks for chatting with us.
We covered maybe 20% of the stuff we thought might be relevant to you, so maybe we'll have a
long period of time.
Yeah, I think the whole Dave thing was fun. Maybe we can do something in the future with that.
We got to bring Dave back. We can't just let him off the hook like this.
That was weird. That was weird. I didn't expect him to answer. I really didn't think we would get that out of it. But
I'm looking forward to next week and the possibilities of Dave's phone calls and maybe text messages now.
Should I watch The Voice to have like things to talk about?
No, that'd be.
I can't watch The Voice. That show sucks.
Tough. You could try. You could hit the highlights.
I don't think
or
I can.
At least look at names on the look on who won that week on the internet or some shit. I don't even know how that shit
use
works.
the lifeDOTinternet to find out some stuff, so we have some back and forth. So that was Dave. That was me and Murphy. We love you guys. We had a great time this week. A little short on beers, so maybe we talked a little clearer and articulated a bit more. Maybe there was less uhs and likes and other.
Less uhs.
There probably is more.
More uhs than ever.
But we will hopefully have some other media types available for you. Blogs and videos and stuff. That was Cody James.
Cody James, you can reach Cody James.
Very talented guy.
CodyJames.bandcamp.com is going to be your best shot with that if you want to hear his tunes. Love the kid. This Saturday, November 10th at Cicero's. Special guest Joel Kern. Blah, blah, blah. Life.fuck you. We'll see you later.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye.
Why do they make that if you can't even win? Then why am I... Do you want to go see what my dad has?